I want to tell you all a quick story of something that is of major importance. What they're planning for, the event that they're about to cause upon this world. And last year at the end of the summer, I was at this beach that I always go to. It's a nature preserve. There's really there's no road to this thing. It is completely sand dunes and sand, bushes and sand dune and sand. People do go out there, but it's not like a public beach. It's a nature preserve. It's an awesome place. I go out there all the time, and I actually see many, many, many UFOs out there. And this is a UFO story. It has everything to do with UFOs, believe it or not. It has everything to do with the second cup. It has everything to do with this big destruction that's going to take place. That's going to screw up a lot of the coast of the world. And one coast in particular is my coast right here, the East Coast. So one day I was out there, and all of a sudden this silver UFO dropped out of the sky about maybe 100 yards in front of me, out over the water, with my girlfriend right there, and began bobbing around like some bobber off the end of a fishing pole in a pond, just right across the sky. And it kept getting closer and closer and closer to me, to where it was probably about maybe 50 yards out over the water, shimmering silver from the sunlight. And of course I'm freaking out, and I run and go try to get my camera. And when I returned with the camera, it zoomed back and forth, right and left over the water, probably it was about 50 yards out, but it was probably about maybe 3 stories up above the water. And I just couldn't get it on film. I actually was filming it, seeing it with the eye, but I couldn't get the Android camera to pick it up. Nonetheless, it was a UFO. My girlfriend saw it. Silver orb, mechanical craft. This wasn't the plasma orbs that I show you in the videos at night that come here. This was a mechanical orb. This was a metallic craft. Well, when we walk up to the entrance of this beach, from the end of the trail, we come right to the water. Well, that day, we went to the beach. There was nothing wrong with the beach. I see the UFO. It does its thing. It makes its presence known around me. And then, later that day, we go home, and I tell everybody, wow, the UFO story, wish I had my camera, all that stuff. We go out to the beach the next day. I'm out at the beach the next day, now prepared with my camera, all ready to go, all charged up, hoping that I'm going to be able to document this event. Well, when I come to the end of the trail line that's about coming out of the woods onto the beach, I find that the beach has been dissected. That there is about 2 square patches that have been taken out of the beach, about the size of locomotive train cars. It's about 3 feet deep into these squares, and they were precision cut straight into the ground. Now, this beach is wild. It's not just a bunch of sand. There's a bunch of plant life, botanical sea life. And I would have to imagine there's a lot of microscopic organisms in that soil sample that they wanted. And that's exactly what happened. There was no tractor marks. Remember, I was there the day before. There was no tractor marks. There's no way for a tractor to get out there. It's only a trail. There's no road. The craft that I saw the day before was surveying the beach to come and take these samples from off the beach, which me and my girlfriend walked up upon. And they were 2 perfect squares about the size of train locomotive cars, 3 foot deep, where the soil was extracted cleanly right out the ground. Right out the ground. You know what that means? It means that they know they're about to cause major catastrophic destruction upon at least my coastline. And that they are taking samples of the plant and the microscopic organisms to repair the earth and the coast after this event is done. End story.